took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. there is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfont tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
Ugh, I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
me much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidria. Yeah, I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you. What brought this on? What you said helped to calm me. Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Ready and raring! You're mine! It's on! It's over! Burn it down!
Come over! Here! What a power range to that!
Finish! Bring him down!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
In a bind?
Time to shine! Can't be now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
I see one, eh? It's over!
Air thrust! You'll have no mercy!
For my lord!
This one's
Here I
mine!
come! Finish!
Lunar corruption! How about this?
Eat dirt!
Mission! Thunder peeling circle!
Thanks! No escape! This armor's too strong! Split it open! Be my guest!
Energy!
Now or never!
By the power of water!
You!
In the sky!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
We can really make weapons with this?
Got it!
Right, here goes! Take this!
None shall
You're
escape
finished!
my judgment! I never miss! Hurricane
Can't
strike!
get out of this!
These ones cannot reach around
It's
us!
over!
Energy!
Megasonic thrust!
Going in!
Severing wind!
Hurricane blast!
On guard!
Tunnel!
This one's all mine!
Power of water! Mega hurricane strike!
Orochi Fury!
Astral energy! Full throttle! None shall escape my judgment!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
To me! My astral hurricane strike!
On guard! Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
No further!
By the power of Astral energy!
Say no more!
Do it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. Out of my way!
Here I come!
Here I go!
Orochi's Fury!
Lightning orb! Tiger blade! Raging Cascade! Let the marksman handle this! I'll have to take my revenge on you!
It's over! Hurricane Orochi's Fury!
I can carve through armor!
My shield!
Look sharp! Light dance in the wind!
Not today!
Burning Blade Spear! Denied!
Can't get out of this!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright... and shiny mood.
No choice!
Let me help.
Now you'll learn!
Wind astral energy! In the wind! You'll pay for what you did! Light raging cascade! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Annihilation! Here!
Too fast! Stand down. I'll trip it up.
Here's the evil! Air thrust! Lightning blade!
This one's mine!
Take this!
You're
finished!
Everyone hanging in there?
Hi, Hoodle! I never miss! Reload!
Here I go!
Taking this! Shield will save you!
Eat this!
Healing!
Now!
Thank
while
you.
it's reeling!
Take it down!
Can't get out of this!
Thank you.
This one is mine!
Leave the charges here! Burn up!
Azure Storm! Megasonic Thrust!
Look sharp! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Seems about right to me. I won't forgive you! Anything armor is all
Burn!
I'll be saving you this
Hurricane, I won't show you any mercy!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Take it!
My turn!
On guard!
Raining!
This one's mine!
Flew away! On your
Here, let me help! Raging cascade!
Orochi's Fury!
Spread!
Hurricane!
It's over!
This one's mine! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Will this help? Frozen Pearl!
Out of this!
Healing! I'm ready!
I owe you one back!
It's on!
Lightning orb! Raging
You will make a fool of me!
Resistance! Sealed!
Take it to the fray! Tiger blade!
Orochi's
Hurricane foot! More with that!
Make your way!
Condemn! Dopaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
this, I can become even stronger.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for you truly! Here goes!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Do it! Dopamine!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Now or never!
Annihilation!
Ignite!
Mega Ray! Gemini Forward! More where that came from!
Take this!
Photon Lightning Condemn!
Take this!
Mega Ray!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Lightning Condemn! Thunder Blade!
Going in!
Take this!
Water!
Not
Let the
the
marksman handle this!
You're mine!
Xion! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Out of our way!
You're mine! Now you learn!
I'll smash you! So much for talking it out!
You got damage, Bennett! It's over! Try harder! My
Here, let me on!
Here I come!
Far enough! Here goes!
Fury! You picked the wrong fight!
Not in your dreams! Do it!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Will this help? Better! Look sharp! I'll take it from here! Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Here, let me help! Wind Astral Energy! Dance in the wind! This one's mine!
Azure Storm!
Lunar Corruption! Tempest Whirl! By the power of water! Going in!
Can't get out of this!
Take this!
Here, let me in the sky is mine!
Appreciate the help!
Hurricane Fury! Lunar Corruption!
Severing Wind!
Lunar Blast! Raging Storm!
Fury!
Time to shine! Idle Walls! Hurricane Fury! This one's in the wind! Healing Circle!
Splash! Burn
Air Thrust! And you can
Lightning Meteor! Warm tank!
In here! Lunar Blast! More for the Hurricane
Flew away!
This one's mine!
Flew away!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Nothing. Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Here goes!
Look sharp.
More where that came from! Healing Circle!
Look sharp.
One more! Flew away! Air Thrust!
Piercing
Light Astral Energy!
You require a hand.
Healing Circle!
Appreciate the help.
Thunder Blade!
I owe you one.
Going in.
Ready,
That's it.
slap!
Mega Ray!
This one's mine.
Through escape!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Take this! It's over!
Freezing storm!
Light Astral Energy! Tornado!
It's over!
This one's mine! Lady Cascade!
Do!
Sleep now! Rain!
Far enough!
I'll be saving this one!
Make it rain!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I felt better, that's for sure.
This looks nice and tough.
forgive you!
Here I come! It's over!
Tiger Blade!
Thunder Field!
Hurricane Foot!
Photon
Going
Field!
down.
Instant! Fresh! Dance in the
Falling
wind!
Storm!
Here!
Field!
Tiger Blade!
Here I come!
Hurricane Foot!
Lunar
Going in!
Now or never.
It's over!
In a bind?
Here, let me help.
You're
Here,
mine!
discharge!
You're finished!
Field!
Ignite!
Not on my watch!
Just do it!
Maggot remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me
You're
help.
mine!
Hurricane Blast! Look sharp! Water, hear my call! Ready to go! Denied! Flame of Fury! Take this! Look sharp!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Raise Lancer!
Blew away!
Lightning Strike! Here!
Take
More
this!
for the stop sign! Reload!
Sonic Thrust! Raining Slash!
Primed and ready! This one's mine! Divine Streak!
We managed to pull through.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans used to keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
You picked the wrong fight! Trevor, take down their defenses! Hurricane Thrust!
On guard! May 1,000 gales! Radiant Strike! Here!
Radiant Slash!
Gusty Nail! Tiger Blade!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
May 1,000 gales! Healing Strike!
Astro Burst!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Anything in armor is all mine!
You're mine!
Thank you! Hurricane Strike! On guard!
I've used a bit too much healing.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Engaging! Piercing roll! I'm done. I won't fight just for the sake of it.
in!
Finally, some open space again.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I can read your moves like a book. Bring them down!
Get out of this!
Ignite! I never miss! I'll crush you!
Be airborne, scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! Here's a healing art!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And here's to me!
You're mine! You're finished!
You picked the wrong fight!
Raining flash! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Not again! My turn!
Take this! Armor won't save you!
Where are you going?
Hurricane thrust!
Make it away! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Radiation! Far enough! Who's next?
You won't make a fool of me!
Raging cascade! How about this? Seal! Water, hear my call! More for the sun! This one's mine! Here we go! Freeze Lancer! Air thrust! Falling storm!
Teach you respect!
Time to shine! A freezing storm!
Die!
Flying tornado!
Can't get out of this!
What did you do? Raining flash!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
A hard-won victory.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Get lost!
Bring him down!
Lunar corruption! I really don't give up. Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Falling seal!
Roll him down!
Piercing roll! Not on my watch! Hurricane foot! Dovaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
A comfortable win.
This'll make us even more formidable.
What's this thing?
I won't forgive you!
I see one, eh?
Where are you going? Florida!
Their arcs were interrupted.
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest! Take this!
Appreciate the help.
Lightning condemned!
We're not ready! Lightning slash! Lightning slash! Blow away! I owe you one!
Hurricane foot!
Lunar
Now! Ready? Astral energy!
Say no more.
Here, let me help! Cascade! First aid!
No further!
Hey,
Now you see what I can do!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now! Gemini Awesome!
Lightning slash!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Get lost!
Now you'll learn!
Going in! Dance in the wind! Air!
They're off!
Power of water!
It's over!
Tiger blade! Hurricane foot! Ungotan!
Severing wind!
Lightning
the
rhythm!
ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the power to me!
Clear the healing arc!
Burn in hell!
Power up! First aid! Lightning!
Take this!
Champion
Blow
Sword!
away!
Lunar corruption! Hurricane foot!
Severing
Lunar
wind!
blast!
This one's mine!
Light astral energy! Hurricane Mega Xeon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Now!
None shall escape my
Take
judgment!
this!
Lightning
Can't
orb!
get out of this!
Photon! Lightning
Armor won't
condemned!
save you!
Thunderbolt! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky! Hi, Here's the healing arc!
Oh my lord! It's over!
Blade! There! And again! That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Take this! Gusty nail! Take away! Take it to the front! This one's clear! Carry to me! This one's mine! Gusty nail!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends. Out of our way!
I'm not done!
No further!
I'll thrash you! Denied! You picked the wrong fight!
Hurricane strike! On guard!
Raging Fury!
Rapid boom!
Plasma shock!
Lightning orbs! None shall escape my judgment!
Here I come! As
Here's
a
a rapid
storm!
boom! Here's another!
Wind!
Hurricane strike!
Lunarongo!
This one's mine! Now, Frozen!
Hammer!
Raging Cascade! Cyan is watching! In here!
Blow away!
Time to shine!
Raging
This
Flash!
one! Look sharp!
Severing Wind!
Do
Lunarongo!
it! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I need to be stronger.
Dispose of the trash.
Now or never.
Let's end this and get a bite to eat instead.
Finally, some open space again.